I'm Eric Novak, and these are 10 things to know about the 2020 Ram 1500 EcoDiesel. Redesigned for the 2019 model year, the Ram 1500 half-ton pickup has received some new options for 2020, with the most notable and the feature of this review being the launch of the new third-generation EcoDiesel engine. This all-new 3-liter EcoDiesel engine has had its combustion system completely redesigned. Everything from intake parts, pistons, combustion chamber, and the fuel system have been enhanced and upgraded, with the goal of providing more power with less emissions overall. There's also a new generation turbocharger implemented with a more efficient variable geometry, capable of improving engine responsiveness, which Ram contends will offer a more enjoyable driving experience overall. So this third-generation EcoDiesel engine in the 2020 Ram 1500 has improvements across the board in terms of towing and horsepower and payload. We have an output of this 2020 third-generation EcoDiesel of 260 horsepower. That's up from 240 horsepower in the previous generation, and you're going to get 480 pound-feet of torque, which is really where the diesel excels, and that too is an improvement over the previous generation, which you would have gotten 420 pound-feet of torque. And compared to any of the other 2020 Rams, even with the 5.7 Hemi, you're only getting 410 pound-feet of torque. So this has the most torque overall. You will get 12,560 pounds of towing capability with this 3-liter V6 turbo, and you're going to have a payload capacity of 2,040 pounds. The only the only engine with a greater payload in this 2020 would be the base 3.6-liter Pentastar with the e-torque, and that's at 2,300 pounds. But overall, great performance numbers here with this 2020 Ram EcoDiesel. One of the most notable changes with the launch of the 2020 Ram 1500 EcoDiesel is that this new engine is now available across the entire Ram 1500 product line. So essentially that means if you're looking at an entry-level tradesman, a mid-level Bighorn or Rebel, or even a top-level limited trim with either a quad cab or a crew cab, and paired with either a long box or short box, you can now put a third-generation EcoDiesel engine under the hood. Fuel economy numbers for the EcoDiesel are also good. I mean, this is another reason why you would take a diesel engine, is far better fuel economy than a regular gas. This 3-liter V6 EcoDiesel for 2020 has a combined fuel economy rating of 9.7 liters per 100 kilometers. That works out to basically 24.3 US miles per gallon. If you're doing the imperial gallons, that would be 29 imperial gallons combined. And again, this is where the compression element of diesel engines versus the combustion adds to a better overall fuel economy. It's not going to be the best fuel economy for long, now that we're starting to see the early onsets of the electrification of trucks, which we'll start seeing in the next year or two. But for now, if fuel economy and torque is the combination you're looking for, well, you've got something like this here to turn to. Over the years, I've had the chance to drive a number of diesel powertrains, including the previous Ram EcoDiesel, as well as the new Ford F-150 diesel. Because of these opportunities, I've certainly come to notice that there is indeed a different feel to driving one compared to, say, the 3.6-liter Pentastar or the 5.7-liter V8 Hemi that's also available. With less horsepower but more torque compared to its regular gas stablemates, I've always found that it took a little more pressure on the gas pedal to really get going. And the higher torque won't always be noticed in your daily driving, but it certainly is noticed and appreciated when towing or hauling. Winter driving also showcases how a cold diesel engine can be a noisy engine, but the well-insulated cab of my Rebel Tester was a good offset for the extra noise in the first couple of minutes of driving when the EcoDiesel was cold. Aside from the new EcoDiesel engine, there are a number of notable features on this 2020 Tester that caught my eye. I found it interesting that the only badging indicating that this was the EcoDiesel was found up on the hood. Previous generations had badging on the front quarter panel as well as on the tailgate, but not any longer. And speaking of tailgate, this Rebel tester also came equipped with the new multifunction tailgate. It not only offers the traditional drop-down opening, but it also can be opened laterally about 2/3 of the way across. This is great if you simply need to reach in to grab something in the box, especially if you have a tonneau cover up top like my tester did. Now you lose the step-up assist with this multifunction tailgate, but I found it useful nonetheless in my week of driving around. The interior of the new Ram 1500s are highlighted by the large 12-inch Uconnect 4C touchscreen. It serves as the main hub for entertainment, navigation, and climate controls. I like how there are separate controls on the sides for temperature and blower settings, as well as audio knobs to adjust volume and tuning, but I wish they would have also added external controls for the heated seats and steering wheel instead of having to navigate through the Uconnect. My kids enjoy weeks when I have a truck to review, but in the past, they've also been used to me bringing home units with a crew cab interior. There is a definite and obvious decrease in second row comfort when opting for a quad cab such as this tester had, and it's something that Ram buyers would need to consider when deciding which configuration is right for them. Given the fact that there are literally dozens of Ram 1500 configurations available, the best approach this time around when it comes to talking about pricing is to focus on the specific cost to select the EcoDiesel powertrain under the hood. In Canada, an EcoDiesel option will be a $3,900 upgrade, while in the US the premium will be $3,300. As for my specific tester, this 2020 Ram 1500 Rebel Quad Cab 4x4 had a base price of $60,345 Canadian, but with all upgrades included, the total price out the door was $78,740. On average, you'll improve your fuel economy by about 20 to 25% compared to regular gas, so depending on how much you drive, the return on investment period can vary. Diesel gas prices also need to be considered as their price fluctuations don't always mirror that of regular gas. During the week that I drove this vehicle in late January of 2020, I was paying about 8 to 10 cents more per liter for diesel than I would have for regular gas. But there have also been times when the reverse was true, so check the pricing trends in your area when factoring in if a diesel upgrade is cost effective in the end. So the final thing to know are my overall thoughts. This third generation Ram EcoDiesel offers more horsepower, more torque, yet better fuel economy. And while we're not quite at that electrification of trucks yet, it's coming really soon. In the interim, if what you're looking for is a half-ton truck with great torque, but some of the best fuel economy out there, you've got to look at this EcoDiesel. And best of all, with this new 2020, all trims, all configurations, this EcoDiesel is available. That's a big plus. And besides, you know, on a day like today, especially we're wearing this Rebel trim, you want to get out and have some fun, go for a nice drive. I enjoyed it too. But that's it for this review. These are 10 things you need to know about the 2020 Ram 1500 EcoDiesel. I'm Eric Novak. Thanks for watching. There's plenty of ways for you to keep connected with me, so check out some of my social media links, suggested videos, and you know, I'd really love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel.